So I want to show you guys something interesting here. Okay, come on. Well, I hope that box comes back up again. Pause. Okay, these are the results of her PET scan. So this one was done, this is the first one. It was done, I don't know if you could read that, 1/26/2011. Hopefully this pops up real soon. That's my baby girl right there. Oh, way to put this up higher. I think this is going to be the best, this view of this video. Takes a second to load. Let me pause this. Alright, so wait until this turns around. Here we go. So Brandi had, the black spots are cancer, from what we was told. So she started off with cancer in the neck. Well, we're not certain that it started in the neck, but that's where we spotted it. And these are clusters of cancerous lymph nodes. And then it was in through the lungs, like on the outside of the lungs, but behind, you know, the breast. And that was what was causing her such a hard time to breathe. Now, on this PET scan, you walk through it, and you can see how it illuminates from the medicine that they put in, injected her with the nuclear medicine. You can see how it illuminates. I think you see right here. See? Anything that lights up is cancerous. This is her lung area. Well, in between the lungs and the chest. And so it's making it so hard for her to breathe. And this is like we're walking through her body. Like she's laying on her back, but we're walking through it. So you see a lot of illuminated areas here where she's riddled with cancer. Not too much down there. And we have one spot right here, which it looks like it's this spot here. And I'm not sure if this is where the spleen or the liver, I'm not really certain. But we were told that she had cancer on the outside of the spleen and the outside of the liver, which made it non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. But this lit up, so I'm assuming this is probably the spleen, because I think the liver's up higher. But anytime it's like above the navel, that's 1, 2, and then below is 3, 4, possibly 5. But yeah, this is some interesting technology we have here. So this is walking back out to her neck, head area. Right? I guess. I'm thinking. I'm not sure. Yeah. Back out to her neck area, I think. I don't know. Anywho, but this you can see right here. That might be the bottom part of her body. Yeah, they didn't really explain it real well. I mean, he did probably initially. He explained this was her laying down, and this is how we walk through, and we see all the areas in her body with the PET scan. And of course, all the illuminated areas would be considered cancer. So she did not have cancer in the brain. There was no detected cancer in the brain. Well, that was the first video. I'm going to pause and put in the second one. Now this is the second one, and this was done about halfway through. Let's see if you can see that date. 4/25, 2011. So she's been on chemo since February, March, April. So about 6 treatments of chemotherapy, I guess. We repeated the PET scan. Let's see. I think this is the one. Open. I'm going to pause while this loads because I don't know how much video I got. So, I'm not sure. We have this one here. But this clearly shows that there's no cancer in the brain. Nothing lit up in the brain. So, but if you look on this, her lungs are not squeezed together anymore. So that's a good sign. Because in the first video they were squeezed together from the cancer. I'm try and go a little bit. I mean, it's really weird because they told us that she didn't have cancer in the brain. But over here you see it lighting up, so I'm not sure if that's the brain or the pelvic area. But there's not too much lighting up on this one. This is about halfway through her treatment, and she's looking pretty clear. Let's go back to patient. Let's try this one. Let's see if this is the one that looks like the other one. There's some pretty cool stuff that they do with these nuclear medicine and PET scans. But you know, when it lights up orangish red, that indicates cancerous areas. So I'm not sure. This is a little bit, I thought they were all the same, but it's like a little bit different than the first one. There we go. That's actually like the first one. So now they're, so here, this is supposed to be our heart, from my understanding. Let's stop that. Right now, originally she got the cancer up here around the neck and stuff, right? But you can see it's fairly clear. Everything's looking to clear up pretty well. However, we still see some lit spots here. So they're still showing signs of cancer with the illumination. But overall, it looks like the medication is working because it's not. See, most of it was this color right there on her first PET scan. So, this is showing promise. And I can't tell if this is the bottom of her, because they said there was no cancer in her head. So, but down here I think was cancerous, so this might be the bottom. Let's walk back out. So this is her body laying down. So that we still see some real well lit up areas here, which I think is that, if that's the spleen, I think that's where that cancer was, or is. But this still lights up pretty well. And then we walk back out. I mean, over here looks pretty dark and cleared up, well, but one little spot there. But it's not so bad. Yeah, because this is her head area. So you can still see, this is like a little bit of the chest area here. You can still see there's a few little spots there. But her lungs are starting to look really clear. Nothing much there, you know. And she's really starting to do really good. So we feel that the I don't know what that is. You know, according to this PET scan, the doctor said that he feels that, you know, she's doing well, that there's still some cancer, and to stay on the treatment and keep the course or whatever, and that by the third PET scan, we should start to see really good results. But I'm going to pause this and put in the third one. Alright, so this is the third one. This one you might be able to see the date. That's 8. What is it? 8. The second day of August 2011. Alright, where did it go? There we go. So this is the third and final PET scan, and each one of these cost $1,200 back then. They're probably more now. And if you have insurance, you always need to get a pre-authorization for them, which can take a little bit of time. But you know, the state insurance doesn't like to pre-authorize them too easily. But if you have other insurance, you might not have as much trouble. But, oh gosh. I think typically they do, if you do 12 rounds of chemo, they probably do 3 normally. But if you do less chemo, like 4 to 6 rounds, because you're early stage or whatever, you might only need one in the beginning and one before you end. But Brandi did get 3, which also bothered me because I thought, gosh, this is nuclear medicine, and they would bring it in a locked box, handcuffed to the lady. So it was really weird. And they told me that I should step out of their room as it was nuclear medicine and could affect me. But I wasn't worried. I was like, you know what, I'll take my chances. If my daughter's got to be in here, I'll be in here with her. I mean, she's getting it put inside of her. I'm just standing in the room with her. So, they did give me a apron to protect my organs, I guess. So, that was that. So this is the 3rd and final PET scan. And this is when, let me turn it back around again. I think, is that the front or the back? I can't tell. Okay, that's the front. Right there. So she still had some lingering spots, but let's walk through it. Hold on, let's start up here. Alright. So I think this is around the bottom part of her. Maybe not. I'm not sure where this is exactly. But we still have a lit up spot there. I think this is the bottom, which is this right here. Keep walking up through her, and nothing too bright, but there's still some lingering cancer there. And then we have that. That big old bright spot there. So initially it started out on this side, and you can see there's like one little spot there, but then it started coming over on this side, growing on this side, and that's when he said that it was refractory Hodgkin's and that she would need to do bone marrow, that there was nothing more that he could do. So that was the option. They talked about it as a group of doctors and said that, you know, they didn't know what else they could do for her here. I have no idea. That's lit up too, and I don't know where that's at because she didn't have it in the brain. And I'm not sure, but they said the only parts that light up like this are where there's cancer. So it's really weird because it looks like that's her brain. But yeah, so if you guys get PET scans, request to get the CDs, so you can always have these and keep them for your personal records. This is really interesting technology, but see, this is what happened. So when the doctor wanted us to go get another biopsy, I believe this is the spot right here where the doctor said he would cut her open, and if he couldn't get it from here, he would have to close her back up and then turn her on her side and cut it out. And he said what he did hurt. So, and it was major surgery. So, yeah, we automatically assumed it was cancer. We were not going to go through the whole biopsy process again. Why give her more surgeries, especially when we heard that if you cut into cancer, it spreads. So that was the last thing we were going to do. But this is really interesting technology here. And I'm just amazed at what they have come up with to be able to see inside of us. I don't know. And don't quote me on the actual which end is which, because I cannot remember for the life of me. Like I said, where it lights up at the bottom. Listen, and just walk out here. So this could be her shoulder area. I'm not even certain. But it doesn't make sense for it to be when this is probably, I definitely think this is right here. I definitely do. Mainly because the doctor told us. Oh, this part here. Oh, I don't know. It must have froze. Shit, or I'm going the wrong way. This is why I'm thinking this is the bottom half of her. Because we were told that this part here, coming up, is the lungs. This black area is the lungs. And see, she still has a bunch of cancer pushing on the lungs, making it harder for her to breathe. So, that's that. But I just wanted to share this with you guys so that you have an idea of what it is that, you know, you have to look forward to when it comes to PET scans, and give you an idea of what they show. If you like my content and these videos, please like, share, subscribe, comment, and thanks for watching.